Revolution Broadcasting. The revolution won't be televised, but it will be broadcast. Hi, Christina, Ray Powell, and Dan Reel here. You're live on Revolution Broadcasting.
Well, hello. How are you, Raymond? Hi, Dan, my friend in Connecticut.
That's right. We were just getting the report, and we were just, Christina, I've been a little frazzled today. I almost forgot to call you, and it just so happened that we started talking about what it takes for third parties to make any progress there in Connecticut, and I mentioned your name, and I said, oh, my gosh, I'm about to miss this thing. So sorry I'm running a little late, and thanks for coming on this exciting Peter Schiff Money Bomb Day. Over 100,000 raised so far today for Peter Schiff.
Well, thanks for having me on, Raymond. It's a pleasure.
All right, so freeandequal.org, Free and Equal Elections is your organization.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that organization and how you got started and what your goals are.
Well, actually, I've been involved in ballot access for over 12 years now, and I've been collected over 500,000 signatures and getting candidates on the ballot across the political spectrum. And Free and Equal is, I decided to go full-time with working for Free and Equal since February of this year. And what we do is we're a non-for-profit, 501c4 that is, and we get candidates on the ballot nationwide. We fight for electoral reform, and we are going to be challenging the electoral system from the ground up by doing many different things, such as creating a state-by-state ballot access guide, election reform conference, debates, getting candidates to run for office, those sort of things. So we're pretty much do everything, Raymond.
Excellent. Yeah, I've been familiar with some of your work, and you're just doing great. Dealt with your organization, some of the people in it. Just awesome work you're doing. And now you're also taking on the sort of ambitious goal of you're actually working nationwide now, building an organization in every state.
That's true. Last year I worked as the National Ballot Access Coordinator for Ralph Nader. Got over probably 500,000 signatures, over 500,000. And I've worked with Libertarians, Constitution Party, Greens, Independent Republicans, meaning non-incumbents, and also Democrats, believe it or not, really across the political spectrum. And yes, we are nationwide. And actually, I'm going to be traveling to Europe in the next 2 weeks and starting to meet with leading activists, I guess you could say worldwide, but in any sense, we are starting with the United States. This is the best job in the world. I'll be traveling down to Oklahoma on the 13th. There's a fundraiser down there. Free and Equal has organized. I'll be one of the speakers along with Mr. Chuck Baldwin, the Constitution Party presidential candidate 2008, and also Senator Randy Brogdon, who is, I would say, a guy that I would love to see run for governor. So, but we'll be doing a lot of stuff like that. Lots of fundraising for down there, for example, in Oklahoma for OBAR, which is a group called Oklahomans for Ballot Access Reform, for a bill introduced by Randy Brogdon, HB 1072, to lower the signature requirement by over 30,000 signatures in Oklahoma. And this is just the start of many, many other states that we have in store in the upcoming years.
Terrific. Yeah, it's pretty clear, Christina, if you take any time to look at what's going on with these ballot access laws, that the Republicans and the Democrats are purposely making it as difficult as possible for any other party to have fair access.
Well, that's true, and I think people say, well, how do you, get exposure? How do you break through the system? Well, we did it today. I did an interview a couple days ago on a show, and it actually was caught onto what's called Capitol Facts today, or actually yesterday in Springfield, which is the most well-known Illinois political website, and that was really great news. So, we're really, from grassroots level, all it takes is one or two plugs to really stir up the system. We're not only going to be challenging the electoral system and also offering guides for leading election law experts nationwide to know what lawsuits are good to file, but we'll also be helping people run for office in the sense of showing them how to run, getting free legal assistance through our website that'll come mid-latter of next year, how to fill out forms, collecting signatures. We have a separate entity for that. So it's just we do it all, and I'm looking forward to working with lots of other great organizations out there that have the same mentality as Free and Equal. We can't do it all on our own, that's for sure.
Terrific, excellent. Now, for people that are inspired by this message and this cause of, free and equal access for the third parties, how can people get involved?
Well, I mean, the first thing to do is to go on our website at freeandequal.org, andequal.org, and you can click on their Take Action tab. We will be upgrading our website significantly by March of next year is our game plan, to where we'll be incorporating, of course, as I mentioned before, the state-by-state lobbying and ballot access guide, which will be working directly with Richard Winger of Ballot Access News, world-renowned ballot access expert. We'll also be upgrading it to where if you, a candidate, somebody who's listening right now, you're thinking of running, you're kind of antsy, you're not sure, you're kind of afraid you won't have help, well, our website will actually have a breakdown by congressional district where you can actually upload your information, your website. We'll even go as far as being able to offer online templates for websites, basic stuff that's pretty easy to maneuver and get around. And, of course, have the legal advice, what to look out for, when you file, what the system, would, all those kind of things, knickknacks that other fellow third-party candidates, whether they're liberal or conservative, have already experienced in the past in the two-party system. So not only that, but Free and Equal, recently we just got the Libertarian State Coordinator of New York on the ballot. He's running as both a Democrat and Libertarian. Rochester, New York, school board. Very Democratic area, and we ran his ballot drive, and we made it very clear to them that if they were going to choose to wrongfully knock him off the ballot, we were going to publicize it, hold a press conference, go down to New York City, key Bloomberg in onto that indirectly. So fortunately, he was ruled on the ballot as of yesterday, and we plan on doing that for many, many more candidates in the future.
Small victories all over is all it really takes to start kind of a massive groundswell. It sounds like, as usual, you're doing great work towards that end. Now, I know you're nonpartisan, of course. You work with all third parties, which varies across the political spectrum. They do have one thing in common, though, is that we're fighting against a machine, an entrenched machine that includes economics and all aspects of our lives. And Peter Schiff is the star of the day here. He's deciding whether he's going to run for Senate up there in Connecticut, and he is a guy who's going to go up there and fight the machine. I know you've spent some time in those circles, and even you mentioned you met him. What do you think about this day? Raised $100,000 already just today.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I met Peter out at Freedom Fest. We had a booth out there and just kind of ran into him out in Las Vegas. It was pretty cool. And yeah, Peter Schiff is a prime example. Easy, every day, just chilling kind of guy that says, hey, I'm tired of the system. Nobody can buy me out. I'm not up for re-election. I'm here for the people. I'm running, once. It's hard time, hardcore. But Peter, Schiff is a fine example of, yes, he's running as a Republican, but, with these ballot access barriers being broken down, which Free and Equal will do in upcoming months and years for the rest of my life and so on. It's a prime example of a candidate there that could have ran as a third-party candidate or independent if the ballot access barriers weren't as difficult. And those are kind of the things we'll be able to release. In any sense, an independent Republican's what I consider Peter, and kudos to him for doing what he's doing. And I wish him the best of luck, and I can't wait to see more and more people like that pop up. So,
great.
In the future.
Yeah, it's an exciting day, and hopefully this day will encourage him that he has the support he needs to go against the machine that is Chris Dodd up there in Connecticut. And, we were talking...
Ray,
yeah.
Christina forgot something very important. Peter Schiff works for a living.
Yeah, there's that. He does. He runs...
It's kind of a deal breaker.
Right, and you're right, actually. You brought up a really good point, Dan. It's the people who work for a living. Thanks for bringing that up. That really, I think, have set true values. I mean, I've already put it out there that I'm pretty likely to run for